2.8%. Non-oil revenue GDP growth rate of 1.5%, down from 3%. End period headline inflation of 31.3% from 18.9%. Primary balance on commitment basis of a deficit of 0.5% of GDP compared to a surplus of 0.7% of GDP, aligning with IMF-supported primary balances. Gross international reserves sufficient to cover at least 0.8 months of imports of goods and service by 2023.
He indicated that he's not going to borrow from the domestic market at all. Zero financing from the domestic market. Sadly, today he has informed us that he has gone ahead without parliamentary approval and have borrowed from the T-bill market an amount of 5.5 billion Ghana cedis. And as if that is not enough, he's going to borrow another 41.3 billion before the year ends. So colleagues, no wonder inflation is still going up and rising. No wonder that the central bank is busily increasing monetary policy rate.
More on the media budget. Turning the corner, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta talks about a moderate economic recovery from January till date. Now, available data, according to the Finance Minister, indicates overall first quarter growth for 2023 was 4.2%, up from 3.0% recorded for the same period in 2022. From the peak at 54.1% in December 2022, headline inflation gradually trended downwards from 53.6% in January 2023 to 42.5% in June 2023.
This growth, Mr. Speaker, largely reflected an increase in the services sector, which recorded a growth of 10.1%. Headline inflation is in the first half of 2023 from the peak of 54.1% in December 2022. Headline inflation gradually trended downwards from 53.6% in January 2023 to 42.5% in June 2023. The moderation in inflation was largely supported by monetary policy tightening, relative stability in the exchange rate, and lower and stable export petroleum prices.
You have turned the corner when inflation is 42%. Is that the corner? You have turned the corner when you are reporting that even by the end of the year, your reserves will only be 0.8 months. That is less than 1 month of reserves at the Bank of Ghana. And you said that is turning the corner. You have turned the corner when the governor and the MPC just recently increased monetary policy rate to 30%. You have turned the corner when the Bank of Ghana has reported that the cedi has depreciated by 30%. So quite clearly, he is not even near the corner, let alone to turn it.
Now, the relative stability the cedi is enjoying on the forex market is likely due to front-loader fiscal consolidation measures adopted under the IMF Extended Credit Facility, says Minister for Finance, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta. According to the minister, the IMF program has helped to unlock other resources, including $900 million from World Bank and $300 million from the U.S. government to construct a data center under the G7 Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment.
After 3 months of negotiations with the different bondholder groups and amendments to the original terms, government successfully completed the DDEP on 14 February 2022. Total bonds outstanding at the settlement date amounted to 126.978 billion Ghana cedis, of which 29.286 billion were held by pension funds, bringing the total eligible bonds to 97.7 billion cedis. The ministry received final participation of 88.9 billion Ghana cedis, representing 84.9% of total eligible bonds. The DEDP has provided the government with increased fiscal flexibility and addressed cash and other liquidity constraints. Once again, we are grateful to all investors who participated in this exchange. Mr. Speaker, To complete the domestic debt operations, government announced in April 2023 its intention to further pursue the discussions around the following domestic debt instruments, which were excluded from the DDEP perimeter then. Energy sector independent power producers, cocoa bills, local US dollar denominated bonds, and Bank of Ghana non-tradable debt. Out of these remaining debt instruments, government launched debt operations for the cocoa bills and local US denominated bonds on 14th July 2023. The settlement date is today, Mr. Speaker, 31st July 2023, and we look forward to a successful operation.
Away from Parliament in the media budget review. Now, for the state broadcaster, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, it's been 88 years of providing credible, reliable and quality broadcasting and communication services to the public. Today, GBC continues to stand tall in maintaining professional standards in the face of growing challenges. As we raise our glasses to toast GBC at 88, the public service broadcasters family of yesteryear and today has lots of memories to share for another 88 years.
On the 31st of July in 1935, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation began broadcasting in Ghana from a wired relay station opened in Accra. The brain behind the introduction of broadcasting in Ghana was the then governor of the Gold Coast, Sir Arnold Hodson, affectionately known as the Sunshine Governor. Transmission was received through a rediffusion box. By 17 hours GMT on that historic day, gramophone records comprising martial and light music were relayed, and at exactly 17:45 GMT, the voice of Sir Arnold Hodson came through to break the suspense with this explicit message. Quote, "One of the main reasons for introducing the relay service is to bring news, entertainment and music into the homes of all and sundry. This will end the barriers of isolation and ignorance in the path of progress and to enable the people of the Gold Coast to improve on their very rich cultural music." Unquote. Broadcasting first started in 5 Ghanaian languages, namely Fanti, Twi, Ga, Ewe, and Hausa. Radio ZOY has grown to the present Ghana Broadcasting Corporation with regional FM stations, community radio stations, digital television channels, online and training colleges. It remains the leading broadcasting station with nationwide reach and a mandate for public service broadcasting. GBC has promoted national consciousness, programs, loyalty, integrity, self-reliance and provided a strong sense of national identity. It has achieved all these with a dedicated and hard-working staff. Amidst the successes chalked up, the main challenge of the state broadcaster over the years is finance or funding, but the corporation sells airtime to parties who are interested in buying extra time for their activities, which cushions the broadcaster to carry on with its activities. As GBC marks its 88th anniversary, the corporation reminds all of their civic responsibility to honor the payment of TV license fees for the corporation to continue reaching the fringes of the country in the many local languages to keep them informed, educated and entertained. GBC remains the authentic and trusted voice of Ghana.
Now, as the state broadcaster celebrates 88 years of dedicated public broadcasting, the governing board of the Busia Institute for Rural and Democratic Development congratulates the present and former management and staff of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GBC, for dedicated services which have kept the GBC's brand intact. The statement from BIRD, signed by its executive director, Mr. Anane J, indicates that today represents the beginning of the birth in Ghana of the blessings in mass media, such as education, information, and entertainment through news, documentaries, dramas, current affairs programs, public service announcements, and several others, which make life pleasurable and purposeful. According to the statement, GBC has been remarkable in these roles over the decades, although there's more room for improvement. The statement says the corporation reflects our pride as a nation, united in its diversity of cultures and synonymous with ethical standards, which ought to reflect in the work of every media house worth its salt. The statement commends the government for continually supporting GBC and encourage individuals, groups and organizations to support the national broadcaster to enable it to remain relevant in its services to Ghana. Let's do some education now. This year's West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASSCE, has begun across the country. The examination starts with candidates undertaking visual arts project works in basketry, ceramics and graphic design for the next 2 weeks. A total of 447,204 candidates are participating in the exercise.
Ghanaian candidates are writing the WASSCE for the second successive time because the other 4 member countries of the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, Nigeria, Liberia, Sierra Leone and the Gambia have returned to the May-June calendar and had administered the WASSCE for their school candidates. The 4 countries have had the academic calendar streamlined to enable them to write the examination in May-June as Ghana sticks to the new normal calendar occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. At the Accra Senior High School, all 85 students were present for the practical exams on sculpture and leatherwork. At Kimbo Senior High Technical School, the story was different. 6 students out of the 80 were absent for the sculpture and jewelry works. At St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School, 87 students also sat in for the practicals in picture making and graphic design. The assistant headmaster in charge of domestic at Accra Senior High School, Mr. Bernard Kwame Okan, said the practical started on time and it's been smooth so far.
They are given the questions 2 weeks before the start. So they have actually gotten all their materials and work has started in earnest. We are looking forward to have a smooth exams.
The assistant supervisor for the WASSCE at St. Thomas Aquinas Senior High School, Mr. Eugene Chumampofo, urged students to desist from examination malpractice.
If anybody is caught, any culprit, those who leak questions and other things, they are dealt with very well, and then make the public also know what really happened to such people so that it will deter people from engaging in the sale of Apo and other things.
The head of Department Visual Arts at the Kimbo Senior High Technical School, Mrs. Eunice Osei, had some words of encouragement for the students.
I hope that all students will come and write the papers. And then, since this is free SHS, you have to take advantage of what you have and then be able to continue your education or wherever that you want to go, so that the nation will also continue to develop and then our money will not go to waste.
In 2022, a total of 422,819 sat for the examination. This number was a reduction as compared to the 2021 examination year.
More on education. Prempeh College are winners of the 2023 National Robotics Competition. The winners beat over 22 other teams to win the bragging rights and to represent Ghana in the upcoming World Robots Olympiad WRO in Panama. The 2023 event showcased the immense talent and ingenuity of young minds who embrace the challenges posed by robotics and its applications in science and technology.
Their prowess in the RISE Robotics Competition were Prempeh College, Our Lady of Grace Senior High School, Apam SHS, Achimota School, Status Technology, Adenta Science Club, Make Robot Academy, and 15 other teams. Each team brought their unique insights and creative solutions, reflecting the dedication and hard work put forth in their robot designs After intense rounds of competition, Prempeh College emerged victorious, securing the highest scores and earning the honor of representing Ghana in the upcoming World Robot Olympiad in Panama. Ghana Robotics Academy Foundation will soon announce the other 5 outstanding teams who will stand shoulder to shoulder with Prempeh College in different categories, collectively demonstrating the innovative spirit and technical prowess of Ghana on the international stage.
We encourage all parents or all guardians to also encourage their wards to participate in this competition. Now, there are several robotic clubs in various secondary schools and junior high schools and even in primary schools. When your kid joins such a club, what happens is that they are able to learn things, especially science, technology, and mathematics. And what happens to their brain is that they become very creative in thinking. And also, when they want to do analysis, they have the capacity and the capability to analyze things in depth.
Ghana's representatives from Prempeh College are geared up for the world competition.
The journey wasn't easy. There were times that we thought we wouldn't make it. Times that even our seniors were like, it won't go well for us, and then we don't have the experience enough that can make us win the competition. But thanks be to God, we're able to win. And then from our patron, Sir Kwame Opoku, yes, he helped us a lot. He encouraged us in his own way.
The provost of Heritage Christian College, Professor Williams Atulek, was delighted in the display of talent and passion showcased during the competition, stating that it reinforces his school's commitment to promoting science education and nurturing young minds to excel in the fields of robotics and technology. In partnership with the Heritage Christian College, the foundation has trained and led Ghana's teams to be champions at the international robotics competition for the past decade. So far, RISE has trained over 8,000 students at various levels of education.
Away from education, the Council of Inner City Tribal Chiefs and Queen Mothers of Ghana is appealing to all Ghanaians to embrace a sense of unity and see themselves as one people. Speaking at a press conference with regards to the Boko conflict, the President of the Council, Chief Alhaji Dr. Mohammed Zuntaba, emphasized that Boko is an integral part of Ghana, hence promoting peace and contributing to the well-being of the Boko community should be a collective effort.
Inner City Tribal Chiefs and Queens and Imams Ghana is committed to shaping a better future. Its mission is working towards a harmonious and prosperous nation.
Ghanaians, bakupe. Ye ni krombia eche Ghana. Na yankupo ankasa eche kro ne ama obia. Na aden na ye brothers ebeku ye ho. Aden na ye brothers beku ho. Northern brothers ni na ye na ye baku. Your grandfather yabako, and then our friends say Guiwano. Guiwano so woku ye boku. Ne grave wo boku. Na wo ne grave wo boku na ne let's say ne grandchildren. And ne grandpa amukun who say fotia. Mfaso be na wo ho.
A patron of the group, Mr. Eric Labi, entreated the public to participate in proactive endeavors in communities. Former Minister for Youth and Sports, Malam Issa, said by rallying behind the group, the people can strengthen their efforts in working towards national development.
Omai bia wa omai ma. Enti omai mapa ene akeka ye ho abamu a ya pese e di kire wiase nyina. Inner City me asichira me kano no. Nyame mpengu se bibisi oman na wonni oban bia obapaja obaje akwa wo na efran se oman ma obiara bibi besi na oman obetima ka se ewuo no wuo kwa no nkwa na wodi wo nkwa ma ewiase wodi wo nkwa abo afode ama oman no wo na efran se oman ma ba yankopon man timi so Inner City mu.
Together as one cohesive voice, they championed the cause of peace, breaking barriers that once divided and replacing them with bonds of compassion and harmony.
Now, Frida Nyamado, a 17-year-old girl and a final-year student of the Datis Senior High School, is reported missing. According to a police report, Frida left home to an unknown area on Saturday, May 6, 2023 at 9 p.m. and has since not returned. All efforts to reach her have proven futile. Anyone with information about her whereabouts should contact 0249 669 369, alternatively 0248 448664, or reports to the nearest police station. Let's do some international news now. Morocco's King Mohammed VI has expressed hope for a return to normality and reopening of borders with North African neighbor Algeria, which cut diplomatic ties nearly 2 years ago. The borders have been closed since 1994, leaving families divided after Morocco accused its neighbor of involvement in a jihadist attack on a Marrakesh hotel that killed 2 tourists. Since then, tensions have persisted between the regional rivals, intensified by their dispute over Western Sahara, where the Algiers-backed Polisario Front Party is seeking independence from Rabat's rule and has declared the territory a war zone. Algeria severed ties in August 2021, accusing Rabat, the capital of Morocco, of hostile acts, a move which Morocco said was completely unjustified. The king calls annually for a rapprochement with Algeria. Now, Niger's junta has accused former colonial ruler France of wanting to intervene militarily and reinstate ousted President Mohamed Bazoum. In a statement read on national TV, the junta accused France of planning a strike on the junta with the complicity of some officials of the deposed government. Soldiers in West Africa country announced a coup on national TV last week, saying they had dissolved the constitution and suspended all institutions and closed all borders. The coup was widely condemned, including France, the UN and West African regional body ECOWAS. The junta has detained President Mohamed Bazoum inside his presidential palace in Niamey and has previously warned against foreign attempts to extract him. And that's it for GTV Breakfast News. There's more news when you log on to our website. Remember, GBC is 88 years old, the authentic and trusted voice of Ghana. So get more news on our website at gbcghanaonline.com. Don't leave us just yet. Val is already rocking a baby, because up next we're looking at breastfeeding and our favorite midwife is in the studio. There'll be more discussions on the media budget that was presented in Parliament yesterday. We'll bring you lifestyle with Ghetto Hero. I am Altiti Saida Sadek. I'll be back at 7.